all it takes is one video, and it's up to you to either have that go positively or plateau or even fall off. You don't want to be known as the one person that like did this one song like 2 years ago and then that's it and then you're done. My name is Lise. I'm a singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist from Orange County, California. In case you don't know me, I'm popular on social media for recording covers and posting them online and for live streaming music on TikTok Live. I wanted to pursue music because I just loved how it made me feel. Like I felt like it was a part of myself, especially through like being younger. Like I was always like kind of the kid that like didn't really know how to talk to anyone. And so I had music to kind of be my own person. It was just fun to be able to have something that I was good at. I think the first time that I went viral for the first time was around early 2021. I don't know what inspired it really, but I started to play like a popular major key song in a minor key. So you take like a really happy, like campy song and you make it really dark and like eerie, and it just kind of stuck. And for some reason I kept doing that. And at one point I had a cover blow up and the reception was crazy. Like everyone wanted me to record it. Everybody wanted me to post it on Spotify and Apple Music. And I was just like, why is this happening? Like, this is such a weird idea or concept and people like it. And it worked for me for a while. I was able to like take those major to minor key covers and make it my image for a little bit and use it to my advantage because people were finding me, discovering me. As of a few months ago, I didn't really know how to have nice audio connected to my phone. I think like before like October of last year, I wasn't able to figure that out. So I think the convenience of using both like the Evo 4 and a mixer is that you don't have to connect it to a DAW or a recording software necessarily. So for what I do at home is that I'll just use the effects panel on my mixer for both my keyboard and my vocals, so the mic that I'm using. And I don't even plug in my guitar, I'll just use my microphone and it'll just bleed through. And I think overall, like, it just sounds really nice. It does what I need it to do. It's very convenient. Pretty nice to just post a quick cover online and it works for me. Me primarily focusing on using TikTok wasn't like my own choice, I guess. Like, I think I kind of took TikTok as an opportunity because like it was almost easier because I had like a growing audience. And so I primarily do live streaming at the moment, playing for people online. And it's grown pretty nicely and I've been able to just be myself and not really have to force my music or force what I'm doing down anybody's throat, for lack of a better word. When I think of these covers, I try to think of how is this going to sound different than the original? How is this going to introduce myself in a different way to a bigger audience? And I think that's really important to like, when you're posting stuff, when you're posting covers, when you're posting songs, like you want it to sound like yourself, but you want it to sound different than what's already out there. I do take into account like what's trending right now. I take into account what people are listening to, what's popular, and that all like plays into what I post when. I feel like for a lot of musicians on like these platforms, if they have a viral song, they will do great for at least the first few months of that song being viral, and then it'll just fall off. And then I feel like that's a huge problem for so many musicians, and I feel like that's why they get deterred from the platforms itself. It's really interesting to think about social media that way. It's just, you can't just do everything that you want. Like, you kind of have to play the game of like, I have to post this, I have to play these songs to get my music out there for songwriters. Biggest thing for me is just don't get discouraged, because that is like going to be your biggest flaw or biggest enemy. You are your own worst critic, and I still stand by that because we're all very self-critical of ourselves, especially when we're putting ourselves on a platform or platforms that are so judgmental but also like so beneficial. And so you have to really think of like the positives. You don't just wake up with millions or hundreds of thousands of followers overnight. Like, you have to work for it. And so in order to get there, like, you really have to be persistent. You have to just remember that you're great, and like, you're in this business for a reason. If you're a musician, like, if you want to be in this business or if you want to be an artist, like, own it. Like, don't just sit at home just being like, oh, like, I only got like 100 views, like, that sucks. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. What really matters is just like your authenticity to yourself and just continuing to create what you want to, and like that will follow with persistence and confidence. I've been working on this EP with my lovely friend, creator, Tim Jones. We've been working on this for about 2 years now, pretty much since the start of the pandemic and everything. And I'm like the type of person who likes to take their time on songs because I just want it to be like not perfect, but just like I want it to be what I want it to be. It's been very nice to just have a space to create without feeling like judgment or like feeling like my music's too weird or any of that. It feels really good to be recording my EP, mainly just because I'm excited for what's to come afterward. It'll be nice to have more of my music just out in the world for people to listen to and enjoy.